I'm going to give you a brief tour of my little forge. There's really not much to it. First I have my coal forge. Made my own fire pot for that. Then have my propane forge, which I made just using hard fire bricks. It's nothing fancy. Coated the inside with ITC 100. Helps out a bunch, but one of the goals in the future is to do my own with refractory cement and KO wool. It is a forced air burner. I put just a kind of a pseudo ribbon burner on the inside. Just drilled some holes in a circular plate. Welded that to the end of the nozzle. And I actually get pretty good results out of it. You can't see it. Oh well. My little anvil. Just tools, another station, just to keep some of my quenching oil. Got a big dunk tank, smaller dunk tanks. That's pretty much it. I will film some of my forging today, but the forced air burner is pretty loud, so I don't know how well the audio is going to come through. And I also have to figure out a place to put the camera. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, you can hear it. It's pretty damn loud. You can see all the moisture getting evaporated off the forge. Just starting to heat up, just on. Alright, we'll start with a close-up shot and then I'll move it back later. Plan on forging 2 knives today. Both with W-2, Hidden Tang. Got my bar of W-2 ready to go. 1/4 inch by 2 inch. Pretty thick, pretty tough material. Let's do it. Alright, what I did not want to happen is kind of happening. It's fish mouthing. I'm trying to keep that from happening. If it shuts, if I hit it and it shuts together, it won't fuse together. And it'll actually cause a problem further down the road. So I'm going to see if I can prevent that from happening. A little bit better, but it's still happening. Now, because we are in the sunlight, or at least in the clouds, but out in daylight, it's always hotter than it seems to your sight. If you were forging inside, this would almost be red by now. Alright, pretty good on the tip. I'm going to have to forge this down more. What I'm looking for is about an 8-inch knife. And if I don't forge this down more, I'll have a hell of a lot of extra material up top on the knife. So I'm going to make this skinnier. Still need some more. Alright, when you hammer in the bevel, the edge, it stretches along this way. When it does that, it curves the blade. So to keep it from curving too much, we put in a counter curve. That way when we hammer it out, it'll come out relatively straight or relatively where we want it. We want roughly 8 inches. Figure out where that is on the blade. We made our mark, so we know where it is. See, it's already starting to straighten out. looking at the edge. You can see it's thinner over here than it is up here, so I got to work it more. Coming along. Alright, see if you can see the line. Black is like over 1,000 degrees. Blue is just about 500 to 600. Yellow is 400. And then it's still pretty hot in here. So you just got to be careful where we grab the bar. Refining the edge, evening it up a little bit. Not bad so far. I think I'll stretch the top out a little bit. Alright, much better. Now the next step is something I've kind of developed. You can shoulder this to create the choil, but I found that drags material up and it makes it very hard to get a good line over here. So what I like to do is I cut it with an angle grinder, give it a pre-cut, and then forge around that. Well, unfortunately my camera decided to shut off by itself. This is the final result. This is just after normalizing. I put it into cherry hot, cherry red, took it out, now it's just letting it cool down. That'll help make it soft. Now if you remember at the start what my forge looks like, now it's pretty hot. I could even turn it down a little bit, but I got work to do today, my day job. So I'm going to turn it off.